FS1. Let's head over to Colin Cowherd. Colin, what's on the show today?
Oh, my heavens, LeBron lost. Cleveland lost. The world's going nuts. Twitter explodes. We'll try to add some perspective to the entire NBA playoff weekend coming up.
Thanks, Colin. Time for our final topic of the day. The Spurs got blown out by the Warriors on Saturday, and Kawhi Leonard was not on the bench with his teammates. Greg Popovich was asked if Kawhi would play at all in the series and said, quote, "You'll have to ask Kawhi and his group that question." Skip, should Kawhi be with the team?
The reason he's not showing up and sitting with his team is because he's embarrassed to sit with the team that he quit on. He quit on this team. I'm going to say it again. Kawhi Leonard crumbled under expectations to be the MVP this season and to replace Tim Duncan as the face of this dynastic franchise. And remember, the most patient, conservative medical staff in all of sports cleared him to play 2.5 months ago, and he's still out and away from the team with a bruised thigh. Now this franchise has no choice but to trade Kawhi Leonard and get the best deal you can get for him.
It's not a good look because unless he has an injury that would prevent him from flying, he should be there. Even though he's not going to play, be there to offer moral support for his team. But, Skip, we're getting to a point where it's irreparable. Webster defined irreparable. It's impossible to rectify or repair.
Yep.
And I told you.
Bridge burned.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So what are you going to do, Skip? Let us have him. We'll give y'all Larry Nance Jr., we'll give you George Hill, and we'll get his
Yeah,
Jetty
we want George
Oakland.
Hill back. That's what we need. Yeah.
You won't get nothing. First of all, you're not going to get equal value for Kawhi anyway.
You know what? R.C. Buford once stole Kawhi in the draft with the 15th overall pick for George Hill.
Okay.
So maybe he can steal something back for him. Maybe he'll shock you with what he gets
Oh,
from
you hold
Kawhi
on.
Leonard.
So you think you're going to steal something? You're going to get you a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year and a Finals MVP.
Yeah.
If that's what you're going to trade for Kawhi. Okay, good luck with that.
LeBron straight up for Kawhi?
I bet you
a couple of years.
I bet you would. I bet you would take LeBron. No.
LeBron wants to play for Coach Pop.
LeBron wants no part of the Riverwalk.
Yes, he does.
I'll be done. LeBron goes to San Antonio, I'm out.
You're out?
Yeah,
he
right.
goes first, I'm
That's
out.
it for us. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 9:30 Eastern. Right now, Colin Cowherd tells you why LeBron and the Cavs have nothing to worry about. The Herd starts now.
This is The Herd. Wherever you may be and however you may be listening, live on iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, and FS1. And The Herd is presented by Firestone Complete Auto Care. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone. It is great to have you in. The NBA playoffs have started in earnest, and it is great to be here. Well, this morning, take a deep breath. A lot of you NBA fans are in your 20s. Oh, you're getting all worked up. Oh, my God, LeBron lost. Can you believe it? Well, take a deep breath. Uncle Colin's been watching the NBA for 40 years. I'm here to add some perspective. So I look at the Pacers, and I look at the Cavs with box score. Let's see, free throw percentage, they've shot 60%. Rebounds are even. Offensive rebounds are even. Blocks are even. Assists are even. Points in the paint are even. Personal fouls are even. Whoa. Oh, that's not even. The Pacers shot 40% from three. The Cavs, generally a really good three-point shooting team, were awful. Take a deep breath. 7 of the 8 games this weekend, the team with a better three-point percentage won. This is the new NBA. It used to be who wins on the glass, who's better defensively. The world's changed. Who hits threes, who doesn't. Victor Oladipo looked like Steph Curry. That's not what he really is. LeBron's a great three-point shooter. He was awful. That's not who he is. Let me give you an idea of what the NBA has become. This is not an excuse, folks. An excuse is the dog ate my homework. A reason is I got T-boned driving to school. A reason for the blowout is what has happened to this league over 4 years, and I don't necessarily love it, but it's the new world. Golden State's last 12 games, win or lose, here's what Golden State, the current NBA dynasty's last 12 games. They win by 12. They lose by 19. They lose by 11. They lose by 9. They win by 16. They win by 10. Ooh, here's a close one. They win by 4. They lose by 20. They win by 17. They lose by 40. They win by 21. It's not an excuse. It is a reason, and there is a difference. Of the Cavaliers' last 10 losses, they've lost by an average of 12 points. That used to be known in NBA parlance as a blowout. Now it's just called a game. The world's changed. Remember a couple years ago when LeBron and the Cavs and Kyrie beat Golden State, and everybody was saying that's an all-time great NBA final. I remember reading multiple articles. Oh, it's one of the best finals ever. I'm like, what? Well, it wasn't the best finals in a 2-year period. Do you remember the 2016 NBA Finals? The first game was decided by 15, the next by 33, the next by 30, the next by 11, the next by 15, the next by 14. It was terrible. It was a series of awful blowouts. Now, Game 7 was amazing. I'll grant you that. But if a movie has a really good last 4 minutes, does it make it a great movie? And by the way, this is, speaking of movies, happening in Hollywood. It used to be if a movie made $100 million, it was Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Avatar. It was an all-timer. But now ticket prices are $20. Daddy's Home 2 made over $100 million. I've never heard of Daddy Daycare. That made over $100 million. The Angry Birds movie, yep, they did too. American Wedding, which is the American Pie 3 that nobody wanted to watch, made over $100 million. Russell Crowe had a movie that bombed. It was called Noah. It was about a boat. The movie, ironically, sank. It made over $100 million. That is the world we live in. I'm going to make a prediction. Victor Oladipo will not shoot like Steph Curry in Game 2. And Cleveland at home will shoot a much better percentage and will beat Indiana. And don't be surprised if they don't blow them out. Colin, you got to give us respect. You do remember the Cavs won Game 1 of the playoffs last year by a point. Should have lost. Went on to go 12-1 in the East. So something happened this weekend. 50 minutes from now, where Colin was right, where Colin was wrong. Top of next hour, can't wait. So something happened this weekend. 3 rookies. And generally, you can't count on rookies to carry in the postseason. Again, I've watched the league for years. But Ben Simmons of Philadelphia, Jason Tatum of the Celtics, and Donovan Mitchell of Utah were very, very instrumental in their teams winning. It should be noted, one of them, Ben Simmons, will change this league. Let's talk about Jason Tatum. He plays for the Boston Celtics. He played at Duke. He is long, slender, athletic, and offensively, he is gifted. He can shoot a 3. He can put a ball, as they say, on the deck and drive to the basket. He can finish at the rim. He is a tremendously agile athlete who is going to be a 24-point-a-game scorer for the next decade or more. I really, really like Jason Tatum. Let's talk about Donovan Mitchell. He plays for Utah. He's got a little Westbrook. He's dynamic. He is quick. Difference is he's a really good shooter. He's going to be a 24, 25-point-a-game guy or more for a long time in this league. He made a couple of shots yesterday near the basket. I have no idea how they went in. He's a dunk contest guy. He's going to be exhilarating. Again, there's some Westbrook there. He is also going to be a 24, 25-point-a-game guy for a decade. But only one of them, Ben Simmons, will change the league. By the way, Dominique Wilkins in his prime averaged 30. George Gervin, 33. T-Mac had a year he averaged 32. Magic changed the game. He averaged 19 in his career. Ben Simmons is different, folks. A 6'10 point. Long, tough. He is already an elite defender, unheard of as a rookie. He completely controls tempo. Most rookies walk into this league, and it takes them a while to catch up to the speed of the NBA. It's the opposite with him. Guards 6 inches shorter are struggling to keep up with his tempo. Since Joel Embiid is hurt, the Sixers, led by Ben Simmons, play faster than anybody in this league. He finishes at the rim. Of the three, he's easily the best passer. Don't get mesmerized by points. Bill Russell and Magic Johnson changed the world in basketball. Bill Russell was a defensive center, 11 titles. Magic's career average, 19. Ben Simmons will never, I imagine, in his peak, average what Donovan Mitchell does. And I doubt he'll ever be as clever scoring, especially from the perimeter, as Jason Tatum. But you're watching Magic. You are. This kid, it is not hard. Don't argue about Tiger when you saw him for the first time at 18. Don't argue with the obvious. First time you saw John Elway. Don't argue with it. Lots of guys in this league. I've grown up with a million guys who could score. George Gervin, Carmelo, Iverson, Karl Malone, Dominique, Pete Maravich, Alex English. They're great players. They didn't change everything. This kid is totally different. He is already playing faster than the rest of the league. As a kid, he is already better than 90% of the guards defensively in this league. He is so strong and so long. You just really cross your fingers when I watch him that he's durable. Sometimes that's just bad breaks. You land on somebody's ankle, you're out for a year. You bang somebody's knee, you're out for 2 months. For centers, they get banged up all the time. Guards generally don't. Though MJ missed a year, so did John Stockton, they can get hurt. And last year, Simmons should have been a rookie, but didn't play due to injuries. I watched this weekend. The NBA's in very good hands. I read yesterday the ratings are up like 15-something% in the playoffs, and they should be. All sorts of rookies look good this year, and 3 in particular looked this weekend. One of them is an all-timer, Ben Simmons. Good stuff. Good stuff today. Boy, was I wrong on something. Man, was I wrong on something. And after this weekend, after a piece of video I saw, I'm still really wrong on it. That's coming up. The idea of falling into bed at night to a cool, comfortable night of sleep has taken on a whole new meaning for me. That's because over 3 years ago, I started sleeping on a Casper mattress. Get one, and you'll totally understand why. It's my favorite. They've created 3 unique mattresses. Cool, comfortable year-round. The Wave mattress has technology built in and engineered to relieve pressure at 36 different points. Oh, the Essential mattress is innovation at a great price point. All of them designed with zone support to coddle and comfort your every move. Right now, try any Casper mattress. They ship it for free, by the way, for 100 nights. And if you don't like it, they'll come get it, ship it out, and give you your money back. Terms and conditions apply. See site for details. Go to Casper.com, code HERD. Casper.com, code HERD. That gets you $50 off select mattresses.
Some things should never change, like the Chris Cole